I recently watched the musical Hamilton. It's a hip hop musical about the life of Alexander Hamilton from the founding of the United States of America. And it's an interesting play, and there's a scene towards the end, there's a song towards the end that I found particularly moving. It's called It's Quiet Uptown. And it captures Alexander Hamilton and his wife at a particularly challenging time in their marriage. Alexander has brought infidelity into the marriage, sadly, and they've recently had the tragic loss of a son, partly at Alexander's fault. And so his wife has a whole lot that she needs to forgive him for. And that's a challenging thing. They're going through a difficult time. And so the song says at the beginning of the song that he's walking through the streets, walking by himself, talking by himself. And it's an invitation to the people, like, have pity on him because he's going through the unimaginable. And he acknowledges in the song that he's starting to pray, something he didn't do before. And there reaches a point in the song where his wife is now holding his hand in the garden. And she chooses now to walk with him and to talk with him. And it's a really moving moment in the song because now the lyrics to the chorus change. They say, now if you see him walking through the street, walking by her side, talking by her side, have pity, because they're trying to do the unimaginable. They're trying to forgive each other. She's trying to forgive him, and he's trying to forgive himself. This is an incredible moment. So it's requiring humility, it's requiring conversation, it's requiring quiet time, it's requiring prayer. It's a really moving scene. And I think it captures beautifully what we're called to in the gospel this weekend. We're called to in the readings this weekend. We're called to forgiveness. And I think the Lord would acknowledge sometimes forgiveness feels like the unimaginable. Just like the whole song was about doing the unimaginable. It can feel that way, especially if we've been hurt badly, especially by somebody that we love. It can feel like it's an unimaginable thing that I would ever be able to forgive that person. Or if I'm on the receiving end of that, it might feel like no one would ever forgive me, or God could never forgive me. The Lord invites us to forgive over and over and over again, and he invites us to forgive from the sincerity of our hearts. He says, forgive your brother from your heart, because that's how the Lord forgives us. We can sin against the Lord so many times every week, so many times every day. It can be gravely serious, and he will always welcome us back as soon as we turn to him. Just like the father in the prodigal son story, right? He embraces his son, he kisses him, he puts a ring on his finger, and he throws a celebration. The Father will always encounter our sincere repentance with that kind of love. So we are invited to show mercy in the same way the Father shows mercy. Always with arms open, always with forgiveness, ready to be offered, even before the other person is asking for forgiveness, because the Lord is always offering us mercy, even before we ask for forgiveness. So we're to show mercy in the way that we have been shown mercy. And in the end, he's calling us to forgiveness, not just because it's another commandment he wants to add to the list. He's calling us to forgiveness for our own sake, for our own hearts, because when we choose to forgive, that's the beginning of the freedom from our anger. And then we can begin to deal with the sadness, with the hurt that's underneath the anger. So this weekend, the Lord invites us to forgive in a really incredible way. And it's going to feel unimaginable, and it is impossible by ourselves to forgive our brothers from our hearts. But with God, all things are possible, even the unimaginable. God bless you.